Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream where today, I don't know why it's not fucking connecting. Why is it being weird? That's why. That explains a lot. I don't need it on those. What I need it on is that. Yep, perfect. And so today we are checking out the latest and greatest creation for a ground campaign in From the Depths, made by Senor Necro. And yeah, we are going to be actually doing a build stream today, and then start our attempt at this campaign. There is one faction, as Necro informed me of, but it is not easy whatsoever, so we need to build some shit. We need to build. We need to use our big brains and build. And I'll let chat help with that too. Chat gets to help, because here's what we need. So first things first, I will spawn in some of the stuff I have built for this campaign under the GV name, or the Graveyard Fleet's name, for my own custom campaign that I'm still working on. But besides all that, let me just spawn some of the stuff in. And if you are in the waiting room or whatever, let me know in advance and all that shit. So, we have two little flying machines. Here is the armored car. The Type 11 and 12 are nicknamed as shoeboxes, and you'll see why when I spawn them in, why they're nicknamed as shoeboxes. We have the Type 78 at 20,000 materials. The 102 LTE tank destroyer looking at thing, and the 101. A scout car. Major vehicles, as well as like the other types and shit from these. So currently, we are playing From the Depths right now.
Land mode standing by.
We'll just pull this out of play. So yeah, this is From the Depths. It's basically you get to build whatever the fuck. So these are like armored vehicles. Anyway, so we have this vehicle here, the Type 980 armored car, dual 89mm guns. It can fire pretty quick. And for reference, it is firing Sabo with HE. Yeah, the shoeboxes are leany things, but they're designed to be cheap anyway, so it's not a big worry. This thing, I believe, fires high explosive primarily, like APHE, I believe. Or piercing too. I think it's AP incendiary. And then, yeah, APHE. Fires both of those things, designed to basically be like whatever the fucked. This thing is one of the tank destroyers here. It has a 36mm gun for rapid fire bull crappery. And it fires just a simple APHE shell, nothing crazy. And the other version of this with single cannon fires the exact same shell. This vehicle is a plasma thing. Missile. This thing is a railgun, 54mm fucking rapid fire railgun of sadness. So this is what we have right now. Oh wait, where's the little fucking armored car? This thing. And then we have this little armored scout car. I built this thing to be cheap and effective for the most part. So it does have just a simple weapon turret, open top, all that fun stuff. 180 horsepower, small as shit. But it can get the job done with a simple weapon. We have that thing, yeah, we have a lot of fucking vehicles already. Though I want more just in case. And if you want to see this thing go off, here's how this thing works. Yeah. Ironically enough, one of the biggest vehicles that we have is the Type 30. So all the tanks are called types, by the way. Anyway. So for reference, they're good at doing small things. But we need to build an armored car force. Something that's like cheap and effective. And not overly big. Something about this big. This is like about as big as I'm looking at here. Three. Is anyone in that thing here? Waiting room? No. Alright. I'm gonna do more aesthetic design for this thing to match up the previous designs. It'll kind of help me decide how big I want the wheels and stuff to be overall. Maybe like go with a 4-wheel design with 2 turning at either side, so like something kind of like the EBR. Like about that. I do like that. That just means I'd have to elongate the back a little bit as well as the front. But I can do that, not a big deal. We'll go with an extra 2 blocks on the front and the back to give me the space to make the wheel arches and stuff. I should just go with that instead of wasting the material on a 3-placer at the back. Yeah, okay, that works. And then because the wheel arches are only going to be 1 out, I think that kind of look here will be good for the wheel arches, and then I can just kind of go like that. And then just grab this, that, with this. I'm gonna basically build a repair-ish vehicle or like a transport. Basically, this thing's gonna just be like a basic fucking armored car haul is what I'm gonna go with for this thing. So I can just repurpose and then reuse. this is what we have for... Wait, just give me 1 second. I'm just going to add a little bit of armor at the back here. And... so basically, just so I can see if this thing's going to balance itself out here. Perfect, it does. Alright, that's what I like to see. And then what about spacing between? Do I have any? I do. Alright, that's what I like to see. And there's no point in getting the front thing there, but can do that. And that. Perfect. Aesthetic design is done. Well, except for the one side now, because I forgot to put it on dual side for building. Alright, aesthetic design completed on the bottom half of the thing. And now time for the upper half. Alright, so... Yo, Necro, what's up? I'm in the live VC. Hello. I'm working on actually building... So what I'm doing, Necro, is, I'm actually working on just a basic armored car hull. That I can just repurpose over and over. Oh, 100%. Two layers thick, but oh, it is not gonna have any space. And what? I have a crazy fucking idea now. So I go with a 3. This is gonna look super fucking scuffed, but I can't explain myself. I have a plan. So I'm gonna need 2 armor blocks, or do I go with 4? And go like that, and then like this. You're gonna have to trust me here, Chad. I have a plan. It's just gonna be very odd looking for a moment. So we've effectively widened it, but now we're gonna shrink it again a little bit. Yeah, that kind of works. Gives it a tiny bit of spacing. Bit of armor gappage, and then I can put wedges at the front here and here, and use this as my free space. A little bit small. I can work with this, especially because this thing's gonna be like about this tall, so it's gonna be about 4. I can divide it here. Yeah, okay, I got a plan. All right. But this is the modular hull that is going to be for all of the armored cars. Because I've been working on toying with cheap designs I can use while keeping it to between 2,000 at the low end and 20,000 at the top end. I'm not really going to go above that. Necker, just let me know when you're in the waiting room and shit, and I'll just drag you in unless you have permissions and all that kind of shit. Just let me know. Okay, then if I go like... that. Perfect, it has that at the front. And now time to make this thing actually, so I'm going to save this as the basic hull where I can just add stuff in. So what I'll do, actually, is save this thing as a prefab. AMR card GV. Perfect. This is the prefab here now, which is good. And yeah, as you can see, the prefab is there. So if I just drop it down somewhere else, it'll fucking appear. Perfect. Now I can actually work on the top half of this one. Another street in this desolate category. Such a grace. Yes. Right now I'm actually working on a armored car. No, this is actually Necro's custom campaign. Necro is a good buddy of mine. And this is, if I remember correctly, I can just cheat and use the fucking FTD creations thing to see it. So this is called Red Winter's Crusade, made by Necro. Necro has also made the Dark Dystopia thing. And yeah, I would highly recommend people check both of them out, by the way, for a good campaign suggestion from me. I have suffered greatly on Dark Dystopia, but this is the alpha version of Red Winters. So I'm going to suffer greatly in this, because this is the first few times I've actually learned how to build a tank or an armored car. I am going to suffer greatly. And by greatly, I mean I'm going to be mentally dead by the end of it, probably. Not to mention, I am also working on my own custom campaign, where you'll see stuff from factions that I basically have built on stream, such as the Hornet Fleet, Terramex Mining Company, and the latest one, and the one that is going to be wrapped up once I get its tank force done, the Graveyard Fleets. So I'm going to make this thing a little bit taller. Because I'm thinking I'm going to have this thing be the, whatchamacallit thing. Yes. Probably like a main miniature fighting fuckery do of an armored car, yeah. Pyramid. It is the pyramid. I've built a fucking pyramid, guys. I'm building pyramids. Pyramids! Alright, so first things first, with La Pyramid. Alright, just get that done, like that, like that. The internals down here are going to be the most protected out of everything, but I am going to start coordinating everything off to how I usually like things a little bit, because it's going to be a lot better for my mental fucking sanity. So this area... Alright. Let me divide this up here. Turret area right here. Resource area back here. AI up here. Yes, don't worry. Wait, why did it say message deleted? Oh, that's because, so what I do is whenever I see someone advertising like best viewership, I just fucking ban them immediately. Yeah, no, I'm basically learning how to build tanks for the first time. So I get to play this game. Alright, no, bad AI placement. Already up to a great time! I'm dying over here. No. Alright. Circling tank, because this thing is just going to be running around like a maniac the entire time. We're going to set it to, well, I'm going to give it a smaller gun, so we'll set it to close range about 750. Yeah, that's about fair. 750 is about fair, I'd argue. And then we're going to encase this in the rubber. Rubber encasement. Remember, rubber. Oh no, I'm gonna be extending the bottom, so it's the bottom part. Don't worry about that quite yet, because I still have. If I just do this with that, and it's still attached. You know it. It's still fucking attached. Because basically what I'm going to do is you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Basically it's like I'm just going to do this. It's going to look a bit goofy for a minute. Just give me a sec. About that. Hey, Necro.
Back by unpopular demand. Myself again.
Back by popular demand, aka me saying hi. Necro is here. I'm learning building tanks. I'm building just a basic modular hull.
I mean, seems good.
It even has EMP protection on the bottom.
And also rubber on the. Are you using rubber or stone?
I'm using rubber, and then I'm going to be encasing it in stone.
I would say keep the rubber as the exposed layer, because it also helps in case you ground out or something.
Fair enough. I'll just do rubber then, because it's just going to be cheaper that way, and I don't want to fucking... I don't want to go over expensive.
Yeah, if you look at some of my tanks, they have rubber bumpers, in case they snap into a bump or something.
Yeah, I was taking a look at some of them. Mainly to get an idea of how to build a good armored car. Because, well, this is just going to be like a modular fucking armored car that can go around and repair shit if needed.
Right. Any of the enemy vehicles in particular scare you? Or inspire?
Alright, I'm just going to have to turn its AI off when I spawn it in. Where is it? It's in the hard section. Not structures, tanks. Where are you? Found it!
Oh, okay. The Aurora?
No, yeah, disable movement, disable guns, turn on God mode.
The Aurora is the standard medium tank, so it makes sense.
Oh god, the missiles! They're coming!
Oh.
Oh no, I turned God mode on for everything right now. I just wanted to fucking show you the tank that I've been learning from. Where did it go? There it is.
It's my standard medium tank.
I have been studying this thing to learn how to build, like, fucking tanks that are gonna be fun. God damn it, it's nighttime.
That much.
I do like it. I do like it a lot. Especially the funny guns.
So, note about the nighttime, it is extended because lore reasons.
That's fair.
Which is also why every single vehicle has proper head and tail lights.
And if you're wondering, by the way, I have been building vehicles and testing them against this to see where they roughly place. Majority of the time, they are basically the equivalent of easy to medium vehicles I've been building, but a swarm of them are going to be able to take down this thing.
I mean, the Aurora, if you can take down the Aurora, that's a good start. I mean, it's the medium tank. It's pretty chunky, pretty good firepower.
Well, and that's exactly what I was thinking, right? Because I'm basically going to build this armored car variant as a armored car, like, tank destroyer looking ass thing.
Tank destroyer? Makes sense. I mean, I've got a lot of tanks, so...
Yes. But I'm also going to then use the same modular hull to build an anti-aircraft one.
I was about to say, have you checked any of the air vehicles?
I have, and they scare me.
Yeah.
Alright, now for the resource and fuel engine area, because, yes, I'm using gasoline engines for this shit.
I mean, it's a bit tight to fit a steam engine in there.
Alright. And then just to give it a bit of extra power, because this is only going to be a 2-cylinder, by the way. Only 2. To give this thing a bit of extra oomph.
Are you going to make an injector?
Oh no, this thing's going to be fucking carbed.
Good.
This thing is going to be carbed.
Word of
In
advice,
charge.
your resource budget is going to be tight.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been figuring out how to go with here. So, and especially because I don't want the engines to overheat. So I'm basically trying to build 3x3 engine blocks.
Makes sense. Knight, while I would normally agree with you, I love me some injector bricks. Not in Red Winter's Crusade. You do not have the material spare.
Yeah, no, you're capped at like I think it's like what 8,000 or so.
8K volume.
Yeah, 8K volume.
I'm not talking about volume though. Injectors are really good for being small, but I'm very power dense. But they're terribly.
Yeah,
efficient.
no. I've learned Necro is terrifying when it comes to limitations, to say the least.
Because a Dark Dystopia, 60,000 volumes, quite a lot. Like, that's enough for a good-sized battleship.
Yeah, but you've already seen my battleships.
I mean, 8K is for tanks. That's decently big, but it's definitely not infinite.
Oh, 100%.
But honestly, that's not the biggest restriction.
All right, so this thing moves at 40.
Listening.
You're going
have
to
this-
be starved during most of the campaign.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah,
because
this thing is
further
just
you get, the stronger the resource zones. You're getting the weak ones first, which sort of curbs the typical problem of you take out one faction and you instantly win because you have more materials than anyone else.
All right, so what I'm gonna do with this, because I have a plan. So
That's
the
not
basic
time.
hull, is just gonna be like the basic bitch thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
This is like the attack variant of the armored cars. This will be used for like the anti-air one and the attack one.
You could just save the vehicle directly as a hull.
Oh, I've been saving it as prefab.
Okay, that makes sense. When I make variants, I usually save the hull as a separate vehicle and then work off of that.
That's fair. I go the prefab route because I can just drop it down and not have to worry about loading time.
Fair enough.
So yeah, now time for the turret of this thing. 3x3 sounds fine to me. Advanced cannon's perfect for this. I'm gonna probably do like a slower fire rate with like a bigger gun of some form for this thing, honestly. Advanced cannons, 6-way, 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 6-way. Five-way at the top. Gauge increaser. This, and then I'll do a gauge increaser out the ass. 179, and then I can do the clips. 2 meter long clip should be fine because it gives me room to put the ammo stuff at the top for it.
Have you checked the lore in any way?
So I haven't had the chance to because I'm mainly working on actually learning how to build tanks.
Fair enough.
We don't worry about how my first few tanks have turned out.
That's right. I mean, the first few tanks are always a little bit rubbish.
I built a shoebox.
That's bad. My first tank didn't even move. Engine was too weak.
Gotcha. Okay, this looks like a decent gun, honestly, for what it is. Each one has about one autoloader. Let's go with...
I mean,
We're gonna make a Sabo fucking squishy boy, if you know what I mean.
I mean, if you're trying to do anti-tank, you want high pen, so...
It is firing a kinetic dart of sadness at your vehicles.
No, fair enough. I would have suggested pure kinetic myself. Like, Sabo Fin kinetic, like 50 mil.
Oh, do they have any, like, fucking
Really
stabilized things? Stabilizer at the back, yes! Hell yeah, there we go. She's gonna be flying shells at you with fucking 8-meter rounds.
Alright.
Or fucking 8, whatever the fuck. Let's go with just a classic fucking barrel up front, you know? 6.5 RPM. We're gonna give this thing double-barreled. Double la barrel, please.
Yeah, more cooling. Probably slap some extra coolers on it too.
Yep. That's the exact idea I was looking at here. And you know how I'm gonna do that? I'm gonna put one cooler on that side and another cooler on that. Ooh, but do I want to go with the big one? Because that's 50. Oh, they're all 50, so it's fine. Oh, they're all 50. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
The only one that's cheaper is the 6-way connector because it's not actually cool.
So now these are 89mm guns. That should be halfway decent. That's like Tiger level cannons at least.
I mean, yeah, but your tank's about 5 times the size of a Tiger.
Yeah, my tank's a bit tall. It's a bit of a pyramid scheme, you know?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the
marketing.
Yes. it got into marketing decisions, you know? It kind of got into the whole idea of I want to make money in marketing, so, you know. Alright, now time to design like an actually halfway decent turret.
Tank turrets are notoriously tricky. Quite frankly, I'm not perfectly happy with the Auroras. I think it's a bit small.
I'll start with like a regularized shape and then just make it go one out.
Generally, you have a wedge in the front, so that's a good place to start.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like wedge to deflect incoming shells.
Oh, this... Okay, I'm gonna change out the fucking mantlet because I'm not a fan of that mantlet for what I'm gonna do now. We're gonna give this thing just an Omni mantlet for what I'm doing here. It'll make sense in a minute. It'll make sense in a minute. Trust.
Right. I get it.
Well, the thing is, I want the wheel size to be a little bit smaller on this thing because cost-wise, it goes 20 to 180 to 500. So having...
Wheels?
Sorry, go ahead.
Wheels are also really, really, really tough, as a note. Not invincible, but really tough. Like, just check their stats.
Oh, 100%. If I go with what I'm thinking...
I guess to minimize wheels popping as a way to kill tanks. But unironically, if they didn't weigh so much, wheel armor would be an actual thing.
I'm gonna make this thing a wedge front.
It would just be drill armor, but even worse. Tank cogs and wheels, yeah. I mean, you can make their... You can change their friction if you want to.
I'm gonna give this thing a wedge front. That might make it look better, but I'm gonna keep spacing on the turret itself a little bit. Although, in reality, like... Yeah...
Do you want me... Should I... About the lore, should I read the introduction?
Oh, go for it. It's your thing that I'm building on, man, you know? It's your shit. This is what I like to call the casual advertisement of Necro talking about his thing.
Thank you. With the death of the last member of the royal yellow lineage, the tyrant of Red Winter is set free upon the once warm and pleasant world of Zrostok. The skies turn red and black as the sun refuses to fully rise. Waters run red with the blood of the innocent as the tyrant's armies seep the land. Once lush fields and hills are blanketed in layer upon layer of ice and snow as the world slowly freezes. You, a genius but unrenowned mechanic, are the last line of defense against the eternal Red Winter. You must forge a path through the armies of the tyrant and destroy his throne, and thus his power. There you go.
Well, damn. Sounds epic. Make sure y'all actually download this thing because Necro puts a lot of work into all of this shit. Like, the amount of work put into Dark Dystopia is insane.
Also, Knight, I have done my very best to mitigate cheese. You can't do submarine cheese, you can't do space cheese, and you can't just drop one gigantic thing.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way. We tried to summon a fucking big boy. No dice. The big boy was a no-go.
I am well versed in the realm of cheese.
Necro
used it
is the
myself.
cheese god. Necro produces the amount of
I'm
cheese that is terrifying.
I'm not a cheese god, I'm just a cheese man. Oh,
Made of
sub-object spin clipping.
cheese.
Yeah, no, Knight has a point. I can't stop sub-object spin clipping. Which is why I use it myself.
Exactly.
Oh,
There's
okay,
always
I
a
know.
counter.
I only use it for decoration. But he does have a point that I can't stop sub-object spin clipping.
Oh, 100%. Also, what do you think of this armored car turret design going on right here?
I mean, it looks like an armored car. If you were going to do a tank, I would have made a couple suggestions, but they were close enough.
Detection components. This is the fun part because I'm not very overtly good at deciding for
No,
detection.
Knight has a point. It looks like an early, like World War I German anti-tank car or something, or infantry car.
Would you like to see the thing I'm actually like looking at while I'm building this on my phone?
Or
I need to find it again.
what's that like? It's like that 2.3 tiny French armored car.
Funny you mention that. It is not the it's not that, but the turret that I'm looking at while I'm building this thing is
It looks like that.
I'm just gonna like fucking. You're gonna laugh at it because it does look kind of like this.
Well, we'll see. It is my choice to laugh or not.
Indeed, you will definitely get maybe a chuckle and a half out of it though. I'm looking at that turret while I'm building this.
All right, let's see. Okay, I see where you're getting it from.
Gimbal trackers for accuracy, and the regular stuff for spotting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Camera
you know
gimbal on this side because yes, and
360 on the other.
and then what was it?
I put a 360 camera on the other.
Yeah.
Although since this is on a turret, you can probably get away with a 90.
Yeah, I just gotta cover up the top, but I'm gonna just cover that up because to make it look like the thing, you might understand why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Armor.
Okay, I see.
You might because now that you've seen what I'm building it off of, you might understand why it's kind of looking a bit funky right now.
No, I understand that I did something quite similar.
I'm not worried about that for now. It's just temporary.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah, you can. I prefer not to. But I prefer that when someone looks at one of my vehicles and they're about to shoot them, they actually know what they're shooting at.
Overall, though, for the actual shells, it's 774 meters a second, and looking at the kinetic, it's not bad.
KD 42.9 AP, about 500 kinetic damage, 20,000 KD AP. I mean, it's not bad at all.
It's not bad. Could be better, but not bad. And
that's
since I have the
enough,
Aurora out,
Not enough to cause damage over time. And you're not expecting to take the enemy down in one hit with it. Aria's like, what, 40 RPM or something like that?
yeah, 40, almost 40 exactly. Speaking of, I gotta just fucking tune this down to 40 exactly. And now I can save this. What do I call this for? We'll go with the type 89.
Type 89 Dingleberry.
Fair enough. 700 is quite low for Sabo. You prefer higher velocity as much as possible because of the kinetic damage formula.
But just for overall damage, just so I can get like an idea.
Yeah, sure, heat would make sense. I do include spaced armor on all my medium and up tanks, but unlike the Solstice or the Sleet, that would pretty easily take it out.
Just so I can see the damage figure, I'm just shooting at the Aurora right now.
Yeah. I mean, you have 40 plus 40 plus AP, you're doing basically full damage to anything that's not heavy armor.
Weapons only.
And now this thing should be auto-firing without me even having to worry about it.
Hmm.
Because I've been using the Aurora to basically test out some of my shells.
Right. I mean,
But would
it's
you like to
sort of
see the
box
shoebox?
Sure.
So I basically only use simple weapons for this thing to keep it relatively cheap, right?
Mhm.
It's a shoebox. It's a shoebox at its finest, and it tips over like a poor fucking sad machine. And it's 4,000 material. It's a
I mean, it's
shoebox.
cheap. Like, cheap is cheap. Oh, that is literally just a shoebox.
It has a 60mm autocannon and a 30mm assault cannon. What does
It's
it
currently
do?
falling over.
What does it do? Shoebox.
Listening.
It's called the shoebox for a reason. I basically was like messing around with design.
Right, so is that your armored car already, or do you need to add something to it? Oh shit, is he? Hey, still there? Still there, apparently. Knights? I have made bikes before. It's not too difficult. You can sort of make an artificial gyro using jets with their flames turned off, and then tie that to a PID. And then that's a pseudo gyro. Like, that's, for example, if you check the Deepwater Guard's Rat Rod, I think it's called. It's basically that. No, not the Rat Rod, they have a pretty large, they have like a 10k cost two-wheeled proper bike with a jet on the back. I forget what it's exactly called, but it's
Sorry
pretty cool.
about that. I just had to take a quick little leg break. But no, so
Okay,
my plan is to start this as an official playthrough like as soon as I basically am able to. Obviously not today because I'm trying to learn how to build tanks first. But for example, I have built this thing, the Type 78. It has two shell types that it fires out of a 120mm railgun.
Looks to be in the same region as the Solstice.
It has AP Incendiary.
AP Insen, okay. That's a shell of a. That is a shell of all time.
And it does also have APHE. The reason why is the APHE itself is to use to burrow and explode into the target. And if you're using heavy armor, right, it's then decided to shoot an AP Incendiary into that and cause a fire.
Right, because heavy armor fuels, assuming you can burn through it.
Yep. And it actually has full tank turning.
Have you? So you say you test against the Aurora?
For the most part, this thing does not kill it.
Like, try the Solstice. Seems more in the same region.
Alright, let me just put it back to auto, solstice, medium. Yep.
Yeah, it's the light tank, so it makes.
Just give this thing a minute, because it tends to fucking bug itself out for a second or two. Until it locks in. There we go, it locked in finally.
Have you seen the Solstice yet?
I have. It is the definition of what I like to call a drifty little fucking light tank.
It do be good.
But yeah, this thing does basically just go in a circle and start shooting at things.
That's an interesting idea, Knight. I'm sure if I'll make
I probably won't make it in all honesty, it's not my style, but it makes sense.
Mm. Thing is, though, because this vehicle does have heavy armor, it will catch fire and do damage.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every
Mm.
heavy armor is more common on tank because
Yep.
you don't care about sinking.
Oh, 100%. And the majority of the time, though, this thing does fire APHE, but it will occasionally fire the once in a blue moon API, as I've been calling it.
Uppy.
But yeah, I thought of, like, if you're using a lot of heavy armor, a good counter to that would be AP Incendiary as a form of cheese in that regard, but it's not really cheese, it's just me being fucking intelligent.
No, that's just being effective.
That's just being, burn your armor off, sir. Not to mention this thing does have very thick armor, too.
Have you checked the map?
I did look at the map, and it is very much You know what game this reminds me of, like the map itself? I was going to bring this up at some point, but are you familiar with the game Company of Heroes?
I'm familiar with it.
You know those, like, 1v1 maps?
Yeah, it does look a lot like one of those.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I'm going to like this a lot.
Yeah, now the reason it's long rather than wide is because you're fighting only one faction. And by doing it that way, you can't just snipe the HQ, because you'd have to go through everything else first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, they have multiple HQs, but still, you can't just snipe it.
Can't just fight the big one.
But you have to properly get your way through to them. Part
I
of the cheese
mean,
mitigate.
98 to 96%, that's fairly good, right?
I think it's going to be whoever's cannon goes first.
Probably mine, considering there's already a hole to the cannon and multiple holes to it, actually.
Okay, good luck with that, knight. Wait, yeah, oh wow, that's holes.
Yeah, there's a hole. Thank you very much for the follow. It's always appreciated. You have a great rest of the evening.
Followed, very based.
Indeed. But yeah, no, like, you kind of see the idea that I had for when I built this thing is, like, if you're using the heavy armor, and I know that heavy armor burns for whatever reason,
Yeah,
AP
makes
fucking
sense.
Incendiary is going to be fun for you. I'm just waiting for this thing's cannon to go because I forgot to put over protection on this thing. It still's holding up, which is funny.
Have you met the Aurora's angrier cousin?
Not yet, no.
The Icebreaker.
I'm scared.
It's a little cheap.
There we go. My turret's
Yep.
gone.
Rip.
So that your tank would win in that case. But I do have other vehicles as well.
Right.
I have a couple of cheap tank destroyers, which is funny.
Oh.
They're only 4,000 materials.
Right. Is it just a cannon on wheels?
Pretty much.
That is a cannon on wheels.
On tracks. There's two versions of it. One which has a light cannon and one which has a heavy cannon.
Right.
This one has a 36mm gun that fires at that amount, and then yeah. Let's
It's
put
not
it.
exactly a tank destroyer anymore.
No,
I think we
we'll
play
put it against. We'll put it against the Solstice, just so, like, I can show you the fucking.
Yeah, the Solstice is sort of my cheapest actual tank.
Mm.
Anything smaller is a truck or a car.
Yeah, I have my own armored car.
Listening.
I'm just looking at this now, and no, this thing would not go good in a fight. I'm not gonna lie. It's designed to be mass-produced and cheap, though, so that's at least something.
Oh, the other one's getting bullied.
Yeah, they get bullied often, don't worry. They're designed to be swarm tactics, so... But if you want to see the true master of the swarm tactic, let me show you the armored car I built.
I mean, I also have a car swarm.
This thing is the swarm.
Less than 3k. Interesting. The Simsire.
Yep. It does use a little bit of a fucking electric generator, instead of anything else because that's the cheapest thing I can put in this thing,
Fair enough.
and that's the only way it keeps itself on the ground.
Try
tr-
making them fight an icebreaker if you're gonna spawn this many.
Oh, that's the idea. I'm gonna have them fight the icebreaker, but with like a lot of them. But no, the only way this thing actually stays on the ground is because the electric generator is slightly heavier than the fuel engine I had in it originally.
Ah, so it stops it from pitching upwards by accident.
It still does a wheelie.
I mean, just reduce the power on the back wheels and that'll stop it.
So icebreaker coming in hot. There it is.
It is only slightly a war crime.
You see what I mean by they like to flip around a little bit? They're kind of funny little armor cars.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
the
that thing's so
remember the other armor car that I had, the really fucking cheap one from way back when on the on
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
the
it looks
modern
like it's being
versions of
dragged.
that. Yeah, they're the modern version of that.
Neat. You appear to be being dragged around.
Mm. Thing is though, they are doing a lot of damage to themselves. Yeah, we have one over here just sad. Look at him. Look at what he did to him.
Jeez.
He's sad.
Icebreaker went to town.
Well, the thing is, though, there's so many of them, it's gonna, like, be a slaughter of them, though.
I mean, it has harpoons, so...
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
so-
see that. But yeah, no, so this is the cheap little armored car thing I've been building as a swarm vehicle.
Nice.
Like, we'll go with this. I tested it against the Aurora. I tested them against the Aurora. It took 80
Yeah.
of them to kill it.
Do you have any heavier tanks?
Only one Aurora. It was against only one Aurora, and it was 80 of these little things. Only 80 of these little things versus it.
Do you have any heavier tanks?
Yes, I do. Let me just restart and show you the heaviest thing I have.
Because I think there's a good chance you could just start right now, realistically.
Hmm. This is the heaviest vehicle I got. The Type
Type
30.
Right? It's about the cost of the Solstice.
It has a 54mm gun with 335 RPM. It fires, I believe, APHE. Yeah, APHE.
Alright.
It does not have a lot of range, but it does fire like a maniac.
Also, someone else has appeared.
Yep.
Hi.
Violet.
Are
Yeah,
you,
no,
are you
for
streaming?
example, yeah, I am. I'm just about to. I'm ironically just showing off some of the vehicles I've built for this campaign that I'm going to be using for a few streams.
Oh, that's cool. I just got discharged from the hospital.
Oh,
Alright.
nice.
Yeah,
What happened?
hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I cut myself like a bunch.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
ever do that again. I swear to God.
I'm sorry, it's not the first time. I also have like my entire left arm is like, sorry, left hand is like full of sig burns and stuff.
Never
bit hard.
do that again. If you
I
need
can't
to,
promise
if
anything.
you think of that, you fucking talk to me.
I can't promise that, but I just want to say hi because I haven't talked to you in a while and I've been really depressed. I just want to say hi because you're a good friend.
Yes, well, hello. But please don't ever do that again. We was the worried. Oh yeah, not
I'll
to
try.
mention.
Okay,
Oh,
my taxi is here now. I have to leave.
All right, bye boy.
Bye bye.
Good luck. Be happiness.
But yeah, no, this thing only has 4 wheels, but it is basically a definition of it has the way to live throughout most of the stuff. It is a survival vehicle at best.
I mean, it seems pretty effective, all things considered. I
Yeah.
genuinely think we get the campaign a start like right now, and if something heavy comes up, you pop back into
The only
timer.
reason I can't is because I have to go make dinner,
Ah,
and then I work tonight.
Doesn't
But
mean
no,
an
my
hour.
plan. Here's the thing: the plan is for tomorrow to actually get this thing underway. This was like just the build stream. Tomorrow is when I start it. But to
Right,
show everyone all the vehicles that we have to our disposal, this is the heavy vehicle. We also do have the types and everything like that. The recce, which is not going to work out well. but we have the Type 50, for example. We do have the Strikers. I'm not going to use the Strikers. So this is basically the equivalent of our our medium-ish vehicle. It's not. I have to do the edits on that thing later on tonight, probably when I'm off work. Yeah. But anyway.